Hello and welcome to Rise and Unwind. You know, each and every week we talk to people from across the country about things you can do in your neighborhood. And on this week's show, we got this.
Find one skill that they think they need to learn right away. Go learn it, don't wait, and keep learning.
You know, classic lamb chops, lamb chops with, aioli, Spanish style, so good.
We brought to life one of our Lego minifigures, so we have a fully animatronic chief engineer, Fifth Dipper, who's going to give the guests their introduction to the ride.
All of that and more right here on Rise and Unwind. What happens when ambition, loyalty, and survival collide in the oil fields of West Texas? Landman from Oscar-nominated creator Taylor Sheridan is back on Paramount Plus, and season 2 is already making waves. So joining me this morning are Jacob Lofland, who stars as Cooper Norris, and Mustafa Speaks, who brings serious intensity as Boss. Welcome to the show, you two. How are you?
Good. Doing great. How are you?
Doing good. All right, season 2 dives right in. Where do we pick up with your characters and how have things changed since last season?
It's really a direct continuation, I think. We're jumping right back into things, and yeah, we've got a filled season with a star-studded cast and some great writing to bring off the page and hope the world loves it. And
Taylor Sheridan's shows always have this like raw, real energy. What's it like working with him and his storytelling world and getting that distinct Sheridan grit?
Well, for me, I can liken it to just being in the locker room, in a football season, playing in a championship game. I mean, it's just that real, raw, authentic energy. And Taylor is just so focused and has such a vision for what it is he wants that you can trust his leadership, and that trickles all the way down.
Agreed. That's beautiful.
And the show captures both the boom and the burden of the oil industry. How did you both bring that emotional weight to your performances?
I think we were fortunate enough in the first season they put us in a roughneck camp, and it really opened our eyes to the world and the dedication, the risk involved, the danger that's just element and looming every day. So that really helped us to put ourselves in it. When you realize what's on the line, what's at stake, right. It raises the bar just a touch.
And you both have worked on some pretty big projects like Joker 2, Joe Pickett, Maze Runner. What makes Landman stand out for you guys personally?
Well, for me, what stands out is just the story. I mean, of course, not taking anything away from all of the other projects, amazing projects I've worked on, but this just has a distinct stamp. And the stamp is what makes it so popular amongst the people is the authenticity and telling this story that otherwise would have never been told. The people that work in the oil field and control things that we need and use every day. So I absolutely love and gravitate toward real authentic projects like this.
And for anyone who hasn't started season 2 yet, what makes this the perfect time to catch up? And what moments are you most excited for viewers to actually see?
Well, that's a hard question. I don't think I have any moments specifically. I think as a whole, it's just there was so much hard work that went into this season, and it's such a great story. We get to dive into these characters and really get to know who they are, even more so than the first season. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to people's reaction to the entire thing in a whole.
All right.
Hey, I want to thank you two for joining me this morning. You could stream season 2 of Landman right now exclusively on Paramount Plus. It stars Billy Bob Thornton, Demi Moore, Andy Garcia, Sam Elliott, and of course, our guests, Jacob Lofland and Mustafa Speaks. It's a story of power, pressure, and survival in the heart of West Texas. Don't miss it. I want to thank you two for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having us.
My pleasure.
More than 60 years of rock, and they're still filling arenas. From Rock You Like a Hurricane to Wind of Change, the Scorpions have sold over 110 million records and helped define rock for generations. Now they're heading back to Las Vegas for a brand new residency celebrating 6 decades of music. So joining us from Germany, we've got Klaus, Meine, and Matthias of Scorpions. It's great to have you both here. How are you?
Great.
Very good. How are you? Thanks for having
Good morning.
us.
I'm doing good. All right. It's been 60 years. That's one heck of a long time for pretty much any business. When you look back, what stands out most about the journey from those in the early days in Hanover to now headlining another Vegas residency?
Oh, it's crazy when you think about it, because for German band, when we started out in the early 70s, writing lyrics in English, it was a big dream, to say one day we'll play the United States. And when we had the chance to come over in 79, and throughout the 80s, you know, this dream came true, you know, and it's a wonderful thing after so many years that we're still together, still playing a global stage and, still rocking like a hurricane. And we can't wait to come back for another residency in Vegas in September and hope many, many fans from all over the place will join us and see us there.
And songs, like you mentioned, Rock You Like a Hurricane, No One Like You, and Winds of Change, still connect with a new audience. What do you think gives those songs that staying power?
I mean, first of all, with No One Like You, I think we were in 1982 with a Blackout tour. We were the most played radio song on rock radio, at least, and gave us the headline status in the States touring, and then followed by Rock You Like a Hurricane. The 80s were extremely good for the Scorpions, and with Wind of Change, we topped it all in the early 90s, and those are three iconic songs which we still play live and which carried us through the decades, you know, plus many other songs like Still Loving You, Big City Nights, whatever we have. And all those greatest hits we will play on stage at the Residency in Vegas.
Yes, Vegas has become a home base for you. The last couple of years, and I think we talked last year, what makes this residency different from the previous runs you've done?
We have to find out. I mean, we are still on the 60th anniversary tour. We will always play the greatest hits because, you know, there's such a great demand from the fans. But we have time enough to think about something very special. So
when you build the set list for a show like this, how do you balance the massive hits with some of the deeper cuts and maybe even some new material?
They have to be a good balance, you know, because there's so many songs that the fans want to hear, definitely, you know, and so we throw in songs also from Rock Believer, our latest album, you know, like songs like Gas in the Tank, but also all-time classics like The Zoo, Loving You Sunday Morning, Tease Me, Please Me, you know, all these rockers, and a couple beautiful ballads like Send Me an Angel are in the set as well, you know, so many songs we just have to play, and then we think about on digging deep into some other material we haven't played for quite a while.
So after 6 decades, what still excites you about walking on stage and hearing that crowd?
The fans. I mean, it's the roar of the audience. The minute you go out, you might be nervous before you walk out on stage, but the minute you see the fans, you're connected and it clicks, you know, and together we have a magic evening, rocking out like crazy. And especially in Vegas, there couldn't be a better place to celebrate 60 years of Scorpions.
Hey, I want to thank you two for joining me today. Scorpions coming home to Las Vegas. 60 plus years of Scorpions kick off this fall at PH Live at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino. Tickets are on sale now. Get them at Ticketmaster.com/ScorpionsVegas. If you ever wanted to hear those anthems live in one room, this is your chance. I want to thank you two one more time for joining me today.
Thank you so much.
And enjoy. Have a good day.
There's a pretty direct connection between supporting agriculture today and what ends up on our tables tomorrow. More than 1 million students are involved in FFA, and efforts like this help keep that pipeline strong. Allison Demmer is with Culver's and has been part of their Thank You Farmers project, and she comes back every year to show us a very special treats. Allison, it's good to have you here, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
All right, so you got to walk us through Scoops of Thanks Day. How does it work on the ground?
Scoops of Thanks Day is happening this year on Thursday, May 7th, so guests can head out to any Culver's restaurant. When they do, they'll donate $1 to support agricultural education, and they'll receive a single scoop of our fresh frozen custard and their choice of vanilla, chocolate, or this year's flavor of the day, Blue Barn Brownie.
Over $1 million raised since 2015. What kind of real-world impact does that create for FFA chapters?
Every dollar that supports Scoops of Thanks Day goes to those local FFA chapters, and students are looking for hands-on opportunities to be able to learn more about agriculture and ensure that they can be the next generation to continue feeding our population. So a really great way to support those local FFA chapters in your communities.
So from Culver's perspective, why lean into agriculture in such a big way?
Well, Culver's got its start in Wisconsin, and farmers and ranchers were our friends and neighbors and still are. And we know that we couldn't serve our delicious butter burgers and fresh frozen custard without farmers. So we started our Thank You Farmer project as a way to not only show gratitude, but to ensure that we could give back to those next generation of agriculture leaders.
All right, every year you do the reveal, telling us what the good, brand new, special flavor is. What do we got this year?
This year, it is Thank You Farmer Project inspired. It's called our Blue Barn Brownies. So it's our vanilla fresh frozen custard swirled with fudge and caramel, topped with ooey gooey brownie pieces. I'm having a hard time not biting in. Delicious.
There you go. And you've also been very close to this initiative. What stands out to you about farmers and the students that you've been seeing?
I was a former FFA member, and my husband grew up on a dairy farm. So really have a close impact to the importance of ensuring that we have young leaders involved in agriculture and making sure that they feel empowered and engaged. And Culver's is really proud to be able to not only support those students, but ensure that they know that farmers and ranchers are valued, and the role that they play in ensuring people have enough food to eat is truly incredible.
All right, Allison, where can people go if they want to support or maybe even learn more about the initiative?
They can learn more at culvers.com and, of course, head out to their local Culver's restaurant to support even further.
Allison, I really want to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me again.
Las Vegas is always changing, but this one's about making the whole trip easier to plan. There's an all-new, all-inclusive option that bundles your hotel, meals, and even entertainment in one price. Sean McAllister is a Vegas expert and co-host of Vegas Revealed, and he's joining us with what's new and how it works. Welcome to the show, Sean. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing great, Dan. Thanks for having me.
All right, you got to tell us about these all-new, all-inclusive experiences. How does it work once you're there?
Yeah, so here's the thing. We, up until now, have not really seen an all-inclusive option offered on the Las Vegas Strip. MGM Resorts has changed that. Right now, you can go to mgmresorts.com/all-inclusive and start building your trip. You can choose to stay at either the Luxor or Excalibur hotels. They're right on the south end of the Las Vegas Strip, really convenient access to other MGM properties and attractions as well. On top of that, you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner rolled into this package. You get to choose from 10 different restaurants across MGM properties, including the buffet at Excalibur and the buffet at MGM Grand. So if you go hungry, that's on you. This is all being offered to you. You have shows and entertainment that are rolled into this. You get a pair of tickets to your choice of one of 6 residency shows at MGM, and you get parking, resort fees. It's all rolled in. You know what you're paying. It's all up front.
So what do you think stands out most about this package towards some of these travelers?
You know, the thing that stands out most to me is that if you purchased each of these elements of the package separately on your own, you'd be spending about $1,000. But this package starts at $330 plus tax. So that's an incredible savings, an incredible value, especially when you get to come out and have fun in Vegas.
So what are you seeing some of the trends that people are doing to plan their Vegas trips right now?
Well, a big thing is that people are planning their Vegas trips around sporting events. They come out here and root for their basketball team, their football team. Soon they'll be rooting for their favorite baseball team out here. So people are planning trips around sporting events. But also, a lot of our Vegas visitors are asking for a little more transparency with their visits here. And so that's exactly what MGM Resorts is delivering with this all-inclusive package. You have the upfront pricing starting at $330 plus tax, and you know exactly what you're getting: your hotel, your meals, your entertainment, attractions, parking, resort fees. So it kind of takes the guesswork out of planning a vacation. They plan it for you. All you have to do is decide that you're coming here.
That's great. So what do you think is your best tip for getting the most value out of a single visit?
So I think if anybody is coming out here to Las Vegas for a work meeting or convention, maybe you are coming out to a sporting event to root for your team, add some time onto that with this all-inclusive package. You know what you're getting, once again, and it's a great value, and it gives you time to spend here in Las Vegas for yourself. Get your work out of the way, get, the sports out of the way, and then just relax and enjoy.
It's time to go play when it's in Vegas. All right, there you go. Where can people go for more information? Maybe get this package you're talking about.
Yeah, so you can book that package starting today. It's good for stays starting on April 6th, running through spring into summer. MGMresorts.com/all-inclusive is the place to go, Dan.
Sean McAllister, I want to thank you for joining me today.
You got it. Good to see you.
Spring break trips are starting to come together, and for a lot of families, it's about finding something that feels new, but, still very easy to plan. There's a brand new space-themed experience opening at LEGOLAND. It's built around interactive rides and hands-on play. Today, we are joined by Julia Estrada, LEGOLAND ambassador, and Tom Storer, project director with Merlin Magic Making, to walk us through it. Hey, it's good to have you both here. How are you?
Hi, Dan. Thanks for having us.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
I am so excited because I'm a huge theme park fan. I watch all these YouTube videos about what's opening and what's new and all that on my spare time. So just to talk to you is just, I'm excited. I hear Lego Galaxy just opened in both California and Florida. Can you give us the insight? What exactly is it?
Yeah, so we just opened Lego Galaxy here at Legoland California Resort on March 6th. That's where Tom and I are standing right now in the middle of this brand new immersive land. And we also opened Lego Galaxy and Galacticoaster at Legoland Florida Resort on February 27th. Galacticoaster is with the center of Lego Galaxy, and it is an amazing new indoor space-themed family ride. It's the first time we've ever done anything like this where you can actually customize the experience yourself. You customize your own spacecraft.
That is amazing. And this new ride, Galactic Coaster, is the first coaster in years at both parks. What do you feel like also makes it stand out? Why is it right now the right time to introduce it?
What makes the time right for Galactic Coaster now is that we worked very closely with our partners at Lego and are emphasizing some of the history of the space and the space Lego set. So when you come to the Galactic Coaster, you're going to see sets on display from all the way back in the 70s, 80s, 90s through today. What makes it really cool is that we brought to life one of our Lego minifigures. So we have a fully animatronic chief engineer, Biff Dipper, who's going to give the guests their introduction to the ride before they go on to customize their spacecraft.
So how long has something like Lego Galaxy been in the works?
So Merlin Magic Making and Lego have been in the works for over 3.5 years, designing, creating, iterating to deliver this really, really cool Galactic Coaster today.
And for somebody that's headed to LEGOLAND for the first time, what helps make the day go smoothly?
We'll always plan ahead. I'm a mom and I now have a grandson. So first thing I do is go online, go to legoland.com/Florida. Plan your day ahead of time, know the height requirements, know what you want to eat, plan out what time you're going to eat. If you need to get fast passes, get those. If you want to book at a hotel, there's so much to do that really it's a multi-day destination. It's not that far from Tampa, but it's a great staycation. Go stay the night, stay at one of 3 places, Legoland Hotel, Pirate Hotel, Beach Retreat. Go to the water park. So if you're going to go to the water park, bring a change of clothes so that you can be dry as you're going through the rest of the more than 50 ride shows and attractions that encompass Legoland Florida Resort.
All right, I'm going to get a little nerdy right now, but I see that little alien in the background. Good. Is that from the Space Police 3 set with the extra torso top? There you go.
That's exactly it. Yeah, you nailed it.
Wow, well done, Dan.
That's what I'm here for. I recognized him. I was like, that's one of those specialty pieces. I think it discontinued, 92, something like that? It's kind of cool that you guys have that out there.
Yeah, that's throughout the Lego Galaxy area at the resorts. There's a lot of aliens, and they've become very popular again.
But what's cool is that it's 25 times the size of a normal minifigure. So you actually feel like you're completely immersed inside one of the Lego sets.
Yeah, I need to get myself one of those just to have on my little desk in the corner. Okay, are there any other deals or offers families should be know right about now?
Always. So if you go to Legoland.com, book ahead of time. There's the vacation packages at Legoland Florida Resort right now. If you stay 2 nights, you get the 3rd night free. So check ahead of time online. That's the best way to get the best deals. And the earlier you book, the better the deals.
Julia Estrada, Top Storer, I want to thank you, too, for joining me today and also giving us a little Lego insight.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Easter meals have this way of mixing tradition with whatever's fresh right now. And sometimes the challenge is keeping it simple without losing flavor. there are some easy ways to bring in seasonal ingredients and still make something that feels like a full holiday spread. Lucky for us, we go to the top and we found Chef Fernando Deza. He's the executive chef and product development manager for Goya Foods. And today he's got a few ideas that just don't overcomplicate things. Welcome to the show, Chef. How are you?
Very good. And you?
I am doing great. I'm looking forward to whatever you have brought to us today. I'm a big fan of whenever you come onto the show because I am trying to teach myself how to cook, and you're the man that can show me all of the best ways to do some good things today. So
thank you.
As Easter hits, right as spring ingredients start showing up, what are you reaching for this time of year to help build a great holiday meal?
So it's easy, putting together easy recipes with the classic ingredients, fresh spring vegetables with Goya classic ingredients, like Goya olive oil, Goya beans, asparagus, artichokes. In fact, everything that has to be perfect for Easter and with spring vegetables, and just mixing all them together, and it's gonna be these classic dishes that you have here, tasty and delicious.
All right, and for the people that are going meat-free for Lent, what's one dish that still feels satisfying and full of flavor?
So we actually have two for you today. It's hard to decide for one. We have some bacalaitos, our codfish fritters, nice and crispy and flavorful. Then also we have a white bean and artichoke dip, nice and creamy, crusty on top, and with fresh vegetables, or in my case, my favorite, with a Goya plantain chips. It's just amazing.
And on Easter Sunday itself, what are a couple of dishes you think really work across the board for families?
Classic lamb chops. Lamb chops with aioli, Spanish style, so good, goes perfect. And also we have a pie, a coquito pie. Coquito pie made with Goya coconut milk, condensed, evaporated, little vanilla, cinnamon, and then the crust is just the best part of the whole thing. We get our Goya Maria cookies, we put in the food processor, a little bit of butter into it. Then we bake to perfection, finish with some toasted coconut flakes, and it's amazing. So combination of dishes is just amazing.
And Goya is making a big milestone and tying its giving back. What does that look like right now?
So in celebration of Goya 90th year anniversary, we're donating 1 million pounds of Goya products into across America. And we're very happy to feed the people in need, so that way they can enjoy food the way we're doing it right now, healthy, tasty, and delicious.
All right, and where can people go if they want to see some of these recipes and maybe try them themselves?
In Goya.com.
Chef Deza, I really want to thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much.
The way we work is changing fast, and for a lot of people, it's happening quicker than expected. There's actually a term for it, the half-life of job skills. Basically, how fast what you know can become outdated. A new survey shows employers are putting more value on people who keep learning and adapting. John Woods joins us. He's Provost and Chief Academic Officer at the University of Phoenix, here to break it all down. Welcome to the show, John. How are you?
Great. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, so when people hear the term half-life of job skills, what does that actually look like in real life right now?
Yeah, I think you described it pretty well, which is the skills that maybe got you the job you have, or the skills you perform daily on the job, that those become a little bit less relevant, a little bit less valuable each and every day. And the pace at which that happens is what's accelerating. So it really puts a premium on the acquisition of new skills, because the ones you have today may not be skills that are very valuable tomorrow.
So how are AI and automation shifting what employers are looking for day to day?
Yeah, a lot of people think about AI and automation as having a greater impact, sooner impact on technical fields, on technical roles, technical jobs. But they're actually impacting, I think, as we all see in different ways, they're impacting all kinds of different industries, all kinds of different jobs. In fact, we're using AI tools in our personal lives now, and maybe we weren't doing that as recently as a year ago. So if you think about AI and automation as having that kind of widespread impact, it's having an impact on different workflows, different collaboration tools, as I said, the different skills that you need to demonstrate on the job. So people need to find ways to learn how to use those tools. The skills that are embedded in learning those tools are really important. And people can't wait. They need to start learning today.
The survey says workers who keep learning stand out. What are hiring leaders really noticing there?
Yeah, I think what that is, Dan, is it's an actual signal that someone is adaptable, that they're open to change, that they can learn, that they can grow, that they can react to the changes that are happening in the workplace. So not only are the skills they're learning adding value, but the fact that they are a continuous learner is a signal to an employer. It's somebody they want to have on their team, somebody who can react and adapt to all kinds of changes. And we particularly see this in the responses in the survey from employers with respect to online learning, that they find that shows adaptability. It shows a currency of skills in the people who pursue those opportunities. So, we're excited to be able to help people learn these skills, and employers seem really, really receptive to people learning online. 98% of employers even said that they find online learning to be more credible than they did a decade ago. Maybe pushed a little bit by COVID, where we all had to go online a number of years ago, but nonetheless, good opportunities for people to learn that fit into their busy lives.
So when it comes to learning, what actually matters most right now? What's worth people's time?
Yeah, it's going to vary by industry and job. I think if people could take a really hard look around them and see what's changing in their profession, in their workplace, in their particular organization, find one skill that they think they need to learn right away, go learn it, don't wait, and keep learning. Put that skill to use in the workplace right away. Find ways to do this by having conversations with your employer to see what training they might offer or what education they might support in the form of tuition reimbursement. So get started right away and keep learning.
So if somebody's watching this today and thinking, I need to stay relevant, what's one simple step that they could take today?
Yeah, I think it's start now and don't stop. Clearly that's easier said than done, but the rapid pace of change, I think that we're seeing is that it's telling all of us that learning needs to be continuous. And so look for the ways to make time for learning, find ways your employer will support it, either by what they offer or what you might be able to go get that they might fund, and get started right away, finding ways to use these new tools for collaboration, teamwork, improve workflows. The same way we're trying to do that in our own personal lives. We're all learning how to use these tools and finding ways to be more efficient and productive. And in so doing, same thing applies in the workplace.
All right, Dr. Woods, I want to thank you for joining me today. Where can we go for more information?
Sure. The entire study and a lot of other good information can be found at phoenix.edu/online credentials.
Thanks for joining me today, Dr. Woods.
Thanks for having me on.
And that is it for Rise and Unwind. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. If you actually want to find out more about the show, go to our website. That's riseunwindtv.com. Follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, and also we're available on YouTube at Rise Unwind. If you missed the show, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All that stuff that YouTubers say helps us out too. And until next week, that was the show we like to call Rise and Unwind.